He also co-produced Keep Their Heads Ringing and Natural Born Killers alongside Dr. Dre. He even recorded a full album at Death Row, but it was never released. The tension between Sam Snead and other Death Row personnel started almost immediately. According to some, certain producers and artists didn't like Sam Snead. Some would say this was due to jealousy, that he was Dre's boy, or because Sam Snead may have allegedly been feeling himself and trying to run things when Dre wasn't around. Another reason that some Death Row artists weren't allegedly feeling Sam Snead is when Death Row artists asked him for beats, he would try to charge them. That was not going on at Death Row at that time. Death Row artists and producers all worked together without one charging the other. So what led up to Sam Snead getting whooped in the Death Row offices? Story goes that Sam Snead released a music video for one of his songs, and Suge Knight was extremely upset that there was no one from the West Coast in the video. More specifically, no one from Death Row was being represented. The video was recorded on the East Coast, and at this time, West Coast and East Coast were beefing heavy, mainly due to the back and forth shots, sometime literally, between Tupac and Biggie Smalls. This, along with everything else I mentioned earlier, was the last straw. The day of the beating, Suge called a meeting with all Death Row artists, including Sam Snead. Lady of Rage, Tupac, everyone was allegedly there. Suge Knight then put on Sam Snead's video on a projector and started asking questions as to why there was no West Coast representation. Why there was no one from Death Row in the video. Why he was supposedly charging other Death Row artists for beats. Why he was walking around like his shit don't stink. Story has it that Tupac kept the conversation going and ignited the fire, yelling out, "Why don't you have any West Coast artists in your video, Sam?" Yelling at him, grilling him, letting him know how displeased he was with this. According to people who were there, Sam Snead then said something to the effect of, "I knew I should have left with Dr. Dre." Keep in mind, this is around the time Dre was leaving Death Row and Sam Snead